Ever wished you could access your travel gear as easily as a suitcase while still carrying it on your back? The Stubble Co Travel Backpack 40 liters solves the challenge with a clamshell design and dual access pocket for your quick access items. I'm going to show you exactly how this bag might be your next carry-on backpack and why it might be the only luggage you'll need for urban travel. Stubble Co has built this backpack with longevity in mind. The main body is using waterproof 600D recycled PET fabric with a bonded waterproof backing, while the base features a TPU-coated ripstop material for added abrasion resistance. The seams are waterproof and the zippers are water resistant throughout. Speaking of the zippers, these aren't YKK or Zoom zippers. Stubble Co is using coat zippers instead. I asked Stubble Co about this choice, and they explained that the Coats is one of the oldest companies in the textile industry, tracing its roots back into 1755 in Scotland. While less recognized in consumer markets than YKK, Coats have a strong reputation in industrial and technical applications. According to Stubble Co, they switched to Coats after experiencing zipper failures with YKK, and they have since seen a significant reduction in defects using Coats. This might explain why the main compartment is only using size 8 zippers, smaller than many competitors, but I had serious issues with them even when the bag is fully packed. The clamshell opening makes packing easier than the traditional top-loading backpacks. While the G-hook buckles add a step into the opening process, you quickly adapt, especially since the top portion of the main compartment remains easily accessible. The 4-liter capacity provides ample room for most one-bag travelers. Inside, the bright orange lining makes finding gear straightforward, even in dim hotel rooms for overhead bins. There's also a compression strap there for keeping your stuff in place, and it's just nice and stretchy, additional internal pockets for additional organization. The large laptop compartment is very spacious. It sits at the top of the bag with a false bottom for protection, easily accommodating a large 16-inch laptop like this HP G10 workstation. The top-mounted position means that you can access your laptop without digging through your clothes. 2 mesh pockets on top add extra organization for accessories. One of my favorite design choices is a dual access top admin pocket. It opens from both the exterior and the main compartments. When you're packing with the bag laid flat, this makes organization effortless. There's also a vertical front pocket. There is also a hidden passport pocket at the back, as well as a soft touch pocket beneath the top handle, which could be used for storing your sunglasses. When fully packed, this bag carries well. The padding on the back panel, shoulder straps and hip belt is generous, making inherent weight far less noticeable than when you're overloading it. Is it as comfortable as the Comfort King Farpoint 40? Honestly, no. That is not entirely fair. The Farpoint 40 is basically a carrying system with a backpack attached to it. At 2.2 kilos, it is heavier than the Peak Design Travel Backpack at 2.05 kilos, so if you value lightness above everything else, check out the Osprey Daylight 44 or the Cabin Zero 44. Now, there's a detail I appreciate. The sternum strap has a slight stretch to it. When you're walking and breathing, your chest naturally expands and contracts. The stretchy section accommodates the movement while keeping the shoulder straps positioned, a small touch that makes a noticeable difference on longer carries. The detachable hip belt is nicely padded with pockets on both sides. You can fit a regular smartphone in one pocket, though I'd be cautious about crowded urban areas. These pockets are quite exposed. The other side has a stretch mesh pocket for quick grab items on lighter loads. I removed the hip belt entirely with no issues, and the grab handles deserve praise. The top handle is minimal but robust with reinforced stitching. A side handle gives additional control in tight airplane aisles. I'd like to have a bottom handle too, but honestly, the top handle makes overhead bin storage and retrieval easy enough. And this is where the weight get really pays off. The waterproof coating combined with water resistant zippers mean you don't need to keep a rain cover accessible at all times. I've been caught in rain multiple times, zero issues and no water getting into the bag. For very long walks in heavy downpours, I might still throw a rain cover on the side, but for most situations, the built-in protection is more than enough. If weather resistance is a priority for your travels, this bag's waterproof generally justifies its weight. It's just so convenient to know that your precious tech will stay safe from the elements. The 4 G-hook compression straps on the sides slim down the bag nicely when it's not fully packed, keeping a sleek profile for lighter trips. I'm also not bothered by the zippers being partially blocked by the G-hooks. I always pack items I need the most at the top, so for me this is totally fine. The water bottle pocket initially seemed tight, but it works fine for most bottles in practice. If you're committed to large 1 liter Nalgene, it's going to be too small. Another tip, you can also secure the water bottle by attaching it to the compression strap. With its dimensions, the bag meets most airline carry-on requirements. On larger aircrafts, it slides right into overhead bins. However, on smaller planes, the 4 liter size can exceed smaller overhead bin dimensions. I've done this myself and moved some items into a Daypack to make it fit. Speaking of which, Stubble Co were kind enough to send me their 20 liter packable Daypack. I consider this a must-have for longer trips using a large one-bag travel backpack. It compresses impressively small inside its internal pocket, excellent for keeping your tech gear in one place when you need to split your load. They also sent their toiletry bag, which is actually quite light and minimal. I do like the spaces inside this toiletry bag, but it could use a touch more internal organization. That said, there are 2 smaller side pockets for some degree of separation. So how does this bag stack up against the competition? At about $290, this bag sits in the premium end of the market. The biggest potential deal breakers are its price and weight. I've had serious issues with the zippers on this bag, and nor the smaller 30 liter hybrid pack from Stubble Co that I'm testing out as well. And interestingly, one of the more popular bags, the Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter, sits at a similar weight class and is one of the most popular travel backpacks out there. In my view, the quality of materials, the thoughtful features, and especially the waterproofing justify the price for the right traveler who values organizational features, waterproof materials, and a removable hip belt. I also think it looks better than the more carrier-focused Osprey Farpoint 40, which has more of a hostel traveling look. I also like its very spacious and well-protected laptop compartment, giving you plenty of room for a laptop, tablet, and your tech gear. The dual access admin pocket is also a really nice addition, especially when you're packing the bag out, and there's also an extra additional under the top grab handle, which is nice for storing your sunglasses or similar delicate items. So the potential deal breaker might be the 2.2 kilo weight, and the price may be too much for a lot of people. So if these 2 parameters are the most important thing for you, look at the Osprey Daylight 44. I'll leave a link to my review of it in the description. So I think the Stubble Co Travel Backpack 4 liter is ideal for the digital nomads and urban travelers who move between cities with some walking involved. It excels at protecting your gear from the elements while keeping everything organized and accessible. This isn't a hiking backpack for a 20-mile trek or a serious backcountry adventure, so if you're going to do that, look elsewhere. I recommend the Farpoint 40 for that actually, but for a digital nomad, airport to hotel to cafe, travel with occasional rain, this is an excellent choice. It also is very convenient to have access to a lot of different stuff at a lot of different exterior locations, which for example the Farpoint 40 doesn't have. But yet again, at about the same price, the Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter might be readily available for you as well, so consider the pros and cons of both these bags and see which one you like. And what do you think? Do you like this bag? Do you got any questions? Would you like me to compare this to another bag out there? Please leave a comment below, hit that like button if you found this video useful. It really helps out my channel. And if you want to see more bag reviews in the future, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.